this crest, you will cross the line and will win the championship.
Hello race fans and welcome to V8 Supercars America Series. I am Kane Craft and JD Smith is not here with us. He's supposed to be here, but something must have come up. I just talked to him a little bit ago and he said he'd be here, but something must have come up with JD. So anyway, I'm here having some technical difficulties, as you can tell, since I wasn't live 10 minutes ago. But some issues with this broadcast software has really got me kind of in trouble here tonight, but I am going to get some video up. Overlays are not working, although I can see them. They're not going through on the broadcast, but we are still going to watch this race. See if I can get something to show here. Get some volume here for us to listen to. Okay, it's looking like Ethan Greg Galt is out in front with PJ Sturgis joining us tonight. He is in second, Marlon McMullen in third. Bo Cattell in fourth place racing there. Corey Preston, I seen Corey Preston there racing really side by side there with, looks like Matt Morris in sixth. Skipped over Mick Cracknell in fifth. Then Marty Carroll's with us tonight. Marty's in eighth. Jeremiah Morton in ninth. And Jeff Galkey in 10th. Fawzan Al-Nabi in 12th. Zach Thomas in 13th. Ryan Shelton in 14th. Martin Weir joining us tonight. He's in 15th. Keith Wheeler in 16th. And Tony Kluschman back in that final spot. Tony had a great race yesterday. Finished up in the third spot. So let's go back up front, check on how things are going. See if I can find a rhythm here. Been several weeks since I've been in the broadcast booth, so things are seeming like I got two left hands here at the moment, but we will get things figured out by the time this is over. Alright, PJ Sturgis in second, pulling out ahead a little bit from Marlon McMullen. Marlon and Sam Sutton last night, got to watch a little bit of the video footage of last night's race. What a great race these two guys had last night, bumper to bumper for nearly the entire thing. It was pretty exciting. Marlon doing all he can tonight to chase down PJ Sturgis in that second spot. PJ doing his best to reel in Ethan Greg Galt, who is out in front. Ethan's got about a 1.6 second lead over PJ. PJ with just a half second over Marlon McMullen, and then Marlon was 2 seconds over Bo Cattell back and forth. From Bo Cattell, you've got about 1.6 seconds back to Mick Cracknell, who has about a second and a half back to Corey Preston, so that kind of tells you about how fast the time difference between these guys, or the gap, rather. The race has only just begun. We are on lap 3 of 27. newcomer to this series, Falzon. This is my very first time seeing Falzon here in the series tonight. Falzon doing a great job up in 12th. He's trying to track down Ryan Shelton. Ryan, now I'd consider a veteran of the series, been running for several seasons now. It's been good to watch Ryan, as we've been kind of had an eye on him for his whole V8 Supercars career, and it's just been kind of fun to watch Ryan grow. Ryan doing well here tonight. In 11th with some pressure from Falzon. Check back up at the front. Ethan Griggolt still out ahead of PJ Sturgis by 1.5 seconds. Marlin's starting to fall off just a touch more off the bumper of PJ Sturgis. He's now down to 0.8 seconds off the bumper there, so lost about 0.3 of a second that lap. Jason Quire in the 10th position, now really trying to reel in Jeff Gauke in the 9th position. He is gaining on him. We should see Jason putting some pressure on Jeff here this lap, as he's now down to 0.4 seconds. Jason to the inside of Jeff there. As long as he can get her braked up properly, he should have that position. He does. Properly, should have that. Seeing Zach Thomas out of the race now. Not quite sure what happened to Zach, but he is being shown one lap down and out of the race. Matt Morris now working to catch up to Martin Carroll. Marty up in 7th place, Matt in 8th. Just heard from JD, he should be joining us here pretty soon. Check back up at the front as Marlon McMullen has caught PJ Sturgis, and the battle is on here for the second place position. Ethan Greg Galt now 2.3 seconds ahead of PJ Sturgis. We missed the very beginning of the race, so not quite sure what happened there at the start, but Ethan Greg Galt managed to get out in front, and as we very well know, once Ethan gets out in that clean air, he is very tough to keep up with, and he is slowly but surely pulling away from these guys. But great battle back here for second between PJ Sturgis and Marlon Mullen. Let's go through the running order since we don't have any overlays today. We've got Ethan Greg Galt out in front, PJ Sturgis in second, Marlon McMullen in third, Bo Cattell in fourth, Mick Cracknell in fifth, Corey Preston doing pretty well tonight. Corey's up in sixth. Marty Carroll in seventh. He's being pressured right now by Matt Morris coming up alongside him as they come into one of the more tricky parts of the track. High-speed turn here can be very difficult to get just right. These guys doing just fine getting through there. Matt does take over that position out ahead of Marty Carroll. I reckon Marty's not going to want him to get out ahead of him too far. He's going to try and take that position right back. He does have the outside line, so it's going to be a little challenging, but this corner here is probably the easiest one to make a mistake on. Yeah, Marty putting all kinds of pressure on the simulated machine of Matt Morris. Trying to get his position back there. There's a little bit of smoke there from looks like a brake lockup from probably Matt Morris. Odd place for a brake lockup, maybe I broke the tires loose. Check back on our battle for second place. PJ's kind of gathered it back up a little bit and started to pull away from Marlon just a touch. Looks like Marlon's lost about 0.2 of a second there. Where were we in our rundown? We were at Marty Carroll, who's in 8th, Jason Quire back there in 9th position, Jeff Gauke in 10th, Ryan Shelton in 11th, Tony Klosterman. What a run from Tony tonight as he's made it all the way up to 12th as we see him just a little bit ago down in that final position. So great run from Tony so far, and he's got Ryan Shelton in sight as well, so there's still more positions for Tony to gain tonight. Newcomer Fawzan El Nabi back in 13th, Martin Weir in 14th, Keith Wheeler in 15th, Jeremiah Morton in 16th, as Jeremiah's had a bit of a tough night tonight. Looks like he's got a little bit of front end damage on the car. And Zach Thomas, 4 laps down, he is out of the race. Marlon has caught back up to PJ, right on the bumper there, as he is just 0.2 seconds down from PJ Sturgis. So the fight is back on for that second place position. With Marlon as he's doing his very best to keep PJ from pulling back away from him. They hit through Canada corner. So if you guys have been watching the other main series V8 Supercar broadcast on RaceBot on Mondays since the V8 Supercars Americas hasn't been broadcasting, there's been a lot of changes to the teams and stuff over the break here coming into this season. Lots of drivers moving around on the teams and stuff. Of course, PJ Sturgis joining TTL happened even before this, but I just want to say that it's been a really good addition PJ Sturgis has to the TTL team. Now, running up here in second place. Now with some serious pressure from Marlon McMullen. Marlon to the inside here, and there been a little bit of lost grip on the tires though, but Marlon keeps it in there, and no catastrophe. Welcome to the broadcast, JD. Good to have you here with us.
Happy to be here. Hopefully you can hear me.
I can. I think I'm going to crank you up just a little bit though.
Okay, good deal, buddy. Like I said, happy to be here. I'm trying to get my feed to run correctly. It's having a small hiccup here.
Yeah, several big hiccups here on my side too as well. Not quite sure what all is going on with this thing today. I think the update has really caused me some issues, but the feed seems to be running good, but I've got no overlays, and the broadcast software itself is just not acting right. But I did get it live, and we do got a race to watch here tonight, so that's at least in part a good thing. I want to mention Bo Cattell. Bo Cattell has caught up to these guys. They're PJ Sturgis, Marlon McMullen, Bo Cattell, and now Mick Cracknell, all four running within 1 second of each other. So we've got a race here for the top 4 positions, aside from Ethan Griggold, who has pulled away by 5 seconds now. Position because
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't want to talk if Pal, wishing that I could see the beautiful smoke that you see.
Yeah, I just realized my mic was muted for all that, so sorry about that, guys. Getting back into the swing of things here.
I got to hear it, so it sounded great, man.
I'm noticing
No
that iRacing fixed the smoke, and that looks super sweet, where Marlon went in there real heavy into that sharp left-hander. So kudos to iRacing for finally getting us some smoke. Bo Cattell all over the bumper of Marlon McMullen now. We've got a serious battle here as Bo is all over the bumper of Marlon and Mick Cracknell all over the bumper of Bo Cattell. This is going to get good, guys. Not too happy with the camera views here today. Kind of long distance away from the cars. Marlon ducks down into the pits. So does PJ Sturgis. Go ahead.
I might have to make a mental note of that and play with some cameras here at Road America. It'd be good to have a good camera pack here. It's a great track. It really is. It's got some great racing, a big track. And I think it'd be really fun, buddy, to get some good, awesome camera, or maybe some good static cams down on some of the straightaways.
I normally don't do this on the broadcast, but I'm going to go ahead and try to load up some cameras.
Try it. First week back, we can do that, man. It ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Alright, now I got some good cameras loaded. Let's see what we got.
Magic.
We do have some good static cams. After the pit stops, Marlon's quite a ways off from PJ Sturgis. So something definitely happened there with Marlon that cost him several seconds. I'm not getting any live timing to show me exactly how much, so I'm going to reset that and try to see if I can get that to come back online. There we go.
Alright,
So Marlon, 2.3 seconds now off of PJ Sturgis, so PJ's pulled away by quite a bit. Go ahead, JD, sorry about that.
No, I was just going to say I'm going to pray that I'll be able to actually view the race now on my own live screen here as it finally just came back up. It looks like it's going to be doable. I'll have to make some adjustments, some big adjustments by next week, but it is at least trying to work for me.
Good. Ethan Greg Galt has completed his pit stop. He's back out now. Marty Carroll is being shown in the lead with Tony Klusterman in second. And Ethan Greg Galt in third. Of course, Marty Carroll and Tony still need to pit. We've got Fawzan El Nabi in fourth, and PJ Sturgis, who is effectively in second, is back in fifth for now. Marlon has done a pretty good job of catching back up to, I take that back, he's slipped off even just a little bit further from PJ Sturgis. He is now just about 3 seconds off the bumper of PJ Sturgis. And then Mick Cracknell over 2.5 seconds from Marlon McMullen. And Bo Cattell 2 seconds from Mick Cracknell. So where those guys bunched up real close right before pit stops. Pit stops has really separated these guys out by quite a bit, about 2 seconds apiece. That is very strange that each one of them lost time to the one in front of them.
Tell you what, new names out on the track. Got to get used to some of the new ones. Got Falzon El Nabi. That's a new one for me in the Hinlick Industries machine.
Yeah, Falzon hitting pit road. Martin Weir, a driver we haven't seen in the series for a long time that I remember. Good to see Martin here. And Keith Wheeler, a new driver to the series. His car's got some damage. He's a lap down. Thought something happened to Corey earlier. He just was one of the very first cars to take a pit stop. So Corey finds himself up in 8th place after pit stops. So nice run from Corey Preston tonight. It's looking like Bo Cattell is starting to run down Mick Cracknell. He's got it down to a 1 second gap between he and Mick Cracknell now. So of those lead drivers that were bunched up so close before pit stops, I'd say Bo Cattell is the one that's running the fastest now. He's really running down Mick Cracknell. So before pit stops, Ethan Grigg Galt had over a 6-second lead over second place PJ Sturgis. Now that has been cut down to just 4 seconds. So Ethan Grigg Galt with only 4 seconds over PJ Sturgis. We are on lap 15 of 27 now, 16 as the drivers cross that stripe. Yeah, this particular race, that pit stop really threw a big wrench in everything. There is just not any close battles right now, as that pit stop seemed to put in a big gap between everybody. The closest battle is where Bo Cattell is reeling in Mick Cracknell, and he's still at just 1 second, which is pretty darn close, considering when they came out of the pits it was about 2.5 seconds gap. So Bo Cattell doing a great job catching back up to Mick Cracknell. Marty Carroll still out in front. He should come back out right around that 8th position whenever he does choose to pit. Looking at the fast laps here today, Ethan Grigg Colt has the fastest lap so far, looks like, with a 128. Now these are actually, I think this is just counts them in seconds, so 128.75 seconds, I believe, is how this particular thing counts it. But PJ Sturgis with 128.84 and Marlon McMullen with 128.86. Alright, the battle is heating up there for that 5th position as Bo Cattell has officially caught Mick Cracknell and is putting serious pressure on Mick. So Mick definitely going to be keeping just an eye on his rearview mirror as he sees Bo Cattell's car getting quite big in that rearview mirror. Lap 17 almost complete here at Road America, round 4 of the V8 Supercars America Series. Yeah, I do want to apologize for cutting the sound off earlier, guys. I actually did that deliberately because JD and I were troubleshooting something and didn't want it going through onto the broadcast, so that's why I shut the sound off. But JD's having some serious issues with this new build, getting everything to work right, so that's why we're missing JD at the moment. Our return broadcast to the series not starting out so good, as we don't have any overlays, and for some reason my broadcast software is not picking up the overlays, although I can see them on my screen. Go on board with Bo Cattell as he's the closest battle on the track right now. Bo's doing his best to reel in Mick Cracknell. He's got it down to just under half a second with 10 laps to go. Takes it just a little wide there. Bo now to the inside of Mick Cracknell as they come into turn 1. He is is going to get out in front, but Mick Cracknell with the undercut. Going into the other turn here, Mick is going to take that position right back. Bo not able to get in with the undercut there. Now he's going to go to the outside. Long straightaway here, and Bo Cattell seems to have the pace there on the outside, but Mick Cracknell's got the position there on the inside, so great battle here for 5th place, as Mick Cracknell doing his very best to hold off a hard-charging Bo Cattell. You want to mention Marty Carroll has pitted. That does put Ethan Grigg Gold out in front, PJ Sturgis in 2nd, Marlon McMullen in 3rd, Mick Cracknell here in 4th, and Bo Cattell in 5th. Matt Morris in 6th, Corey Preston in 7th. Marty Carroll did come out in 8th. Jason Quire in 9th. Tony Klusterman in 10th. Jeff Gauke in 11th. Falzon El Nabi in 12th. Ryan Shelton in 13th. Jeremiah Morton in 14th. Martin Weir in 15th. Keith Wheeler 3 laps down. And 16th, and Zach Thomas with the early race incident that has put him 16 laps down and out of the race. And Tony Klusterman back into another battle. He has caught 12th place Jason Quire, and trying to reel in Jason there. Jason up in that 9th place, Tony in 10th. Tony maintaining right there, about half a second back. As we watch this battle here, I do want to mention that Mick Cracknell has managed to pull away from Bo Cattell by another half second. Mick Cracknell's got a little bit of breathing room up there in 4th position, as he's now got a 1 second gap between he and Bo Cattell. But if you've ever raced with Bo Cattell, you know that having 1 second gap over him is not much of a don't give you that much breathing room. Jason Quire doing a great job here, staying ahead of Tony Klusterman, who has been charging hard. Now down to just 0.2 of a second off the bumper of Jason Quire. Checking back on this battle up here for 4th that we were watching with Mick Cracknell and Bo Cattell. Mick Cracknell now 1.2 seconds ahead of Bo Cattell, so maybe Bo in his hard charge has used up his tires and now has fallen off pace a little bit, or Mick Cracknell just has figured something out and is just pulling away. Let's check lap times here. Last lap, Mick Cracknell 129.4, which is about in line with the previous 3 cars ahead of him. Bo Cattell a 130.2, so looks like Bo Cattell was quite a bit slower that last lap. Alright, Tony has managed to get around Jason Quire there. That's going to move Tony up into 8th now as another driver has fallen down the list there. Looks like Corey Preston. Something happened to Corey has taken Corey down out of the race. Right. Apparently, instant replay is not working either.
Don't you love it when things just don't work right?
Yeah, just find out on the fly what's broken, I guess.
Whoo-wee.
No instant replay, so we won't find out what happened with Corey there. His car's not on the track no more. Just going to take a guess and say probably instant limit, but that's just a wild guess. So I shouldn't say probably. I should say it could be incident limit. Alright, so the closest battle on the track now is 6 laps to go. And it's still showing that I am in replay mode. But here we go. Now I'm live. Alright. With 6 laps to go, we got Ethan Greg Gold out in front, PJ Sturgis in second, Marlon McMullen in third, Mick Cracknell in fourth, Bo Cattell in fifth, still at the 1.2 seconds back. So, whatever happened with Bo Cattell that cost him that half a second, he has got it straightened out, and he's running back to running those same lap times as everybody else, so he is sticking right there at that 1 second mark behind Mick Cracknell. With 6 laps to go, though, we could see that battle heat back up between Bo and Mick Cracknell. Matt Morris in 6th place, Marty Carroll in 7th. Tony Klusterman has climbed clear up to 8th place from whenever we joined the race. He was in last place, so a great run from Tony Klusterman to get himself up into 8th place. Jason Quire pushing hard right there on the bumper. Tony Klusterman. Jason in 9th. Jeff Gauke in 10th. Falzan El Nabi in 11th. Ryan Shelton in 12th. Jeremiah Morton 13th. Martin Weir 14th. Corey Preston now 2 laps down out of the race. Keith Wheeler in 16th out of the race. And Zach Thomas out of the race. The closest 2 cars on the track now are Tony Klusterman and Jason Quire. Tony having taken over that 8th place from Jason about a lap ago. Jason working real hard to try to get that position back. Starting to fall off just a touch now. Still within 1 second though, so he's definitely not out of it. And Bo Cattell up in 5th. He is climbing back up. He is clawing and scratching his way back up to Mick Cracknell. He is now at 0.8 seconds back, so he's gained about 2/10 of a second. So with 5 laps to go, we could see that battle heat back up for 4th place. Well, JD, our first race back, broadcast back. Hasn't went so well so far. A lot of technical issues all the way across the board.
I'm concerned about what I have going on right now. It is really bad, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I downloaded the new update and I didn't restart the computer, or I don't know. I've never had any of these problems before, ever, like this. So it's a new problem. I'm trying to figure it out as we speak. And I've never had an issue like that before.
Yeah, I checked last week just to make sure everything would work right. I checked everything out, changed some of the graphics that I use at the beginning of the broadcast and stuff, changed some of those out, and everything was working fine. I loaded up today, and nothing would work properly. So something I think happened maybe in the update today that kind of mess things up a little bit, but we'll work on them over the next week, see if we can get things better for next week's broadcast. 4-week vacation can tend to cause some issues, I guess, kind of out of the swing of things.
Yeah. But man, I tell you what, buddy, it's hopefully, I can get it back to normal. I'm sure it's something that I'm missing here, but I'll figure it out.
I do like to see the addition of a new driver. Of course, that's the first time we've seen Falzon El Nabi here in the series, and it's always good to see new drivers.
That it is, man. I love to see new guys come into this series, and not only that, but just get up in here and actually compete in this split.
Oh, and he's done a great job. Yeah, to come into this top split and be running in 11th, and early on he was really having some great races with some drivers. So yeah, he should be a good fit to the series.
I have a feeling he's going to fit in right at home right here.
Three laps to go now for the leader, Ethan Griggolt. Ethan now with 8 seconds over second place PJ Sturgis. PJ with over 6 seconds between he and Marlon McMullen. And it's so crazy how one night the racing can be so close, and then the next night it's just so gapped. Holy moly, Bo Cattell all over the bumper of Mick Cracknell for that 4th place. I told you guys that this battle would heat up by the end of the race, and it has. Bo has caught up to Mick Cracknell and putting some serious pressure there on the Simpit SDC machine. A little bit of wheel spin there for Mick Cracknell, but Bo Cattell still back behind him, so no big deal.
Well, lo and behold, it looks like it's finally made it. I guess that was the problem.
Awesome.
I just needed to reboot the computer. How crazy is that?
And I should have probably done that as well, because I didn't reboot after the update today either, so I'll have to try that. Alright, Bo Cattell side by side with Mick Cracknell. These guys side by side. Coming through here, Bo to the inside.
They're going to remain battling it out, buddy.
These two have had some great battles throughout the race today.
In fact, it's going to be a drag race down the front stretch here as we start lap 26 of 27, and it will be an advantage for the inside driver here, and he should be able to put a cap on this battle. He will do so for the moment, but this one is not over, guys. Keep your eyes peeled on these two as we look on. Oh, man, a little bit of some smoke coming out. Tire got a little loose. That's going to cause a big advantage for Bo Cattell, and he's going to now run on the inside and get a little bit of a boost, and he'll put himself up a spot. And now we're going to see if we can get another rebound opportunity. Here comes Michael Cracknell. He comes up on the inside and takes it right back, and we're going to get another one. They're going to continue to trade these spots back and forth all the way to the checkered flag. It makes you wonder, how long can they do it? Right now, he's continued to stay within a car length. Michael Cracknell is looking like he's in a good spot for the moment. However, Bo Cattell is got himself focused on the task at hand, wanting to get up there and finish fourth. A little bit off track there. Could cause an issue from Michael Cracknell. In fact, that will be an issue. Here comes Bo Cattell. He's got a good run up on the inside, and he shall take the fourth spot away momentarily. Oh, he drove it in too hard. That's going to cause problems. They're going to remain side by side, but this time it's an outside pass from Michael Cracknell in the number 5 machine, and that could be what seals that one. We have another lap, guys, coming up. The white flag is out, and we'll be looking at our final lap here at Road America.
Bad news, JD, for Ryan Shelton, as just getting word that Ryan Shelton got disqualified last lap, and he'll finish at least in the 14th position. But bad luck there for Ryan Shelton, as he did hit that 17th incident, which you see these guys going off track and getting that wheel off on some of these turns. You know, it only takes 17 times to injure a race. And as you can see just there with Bo Cattell hitting the dirt twice, I don't know that each one of those cost him an incident point, but very easy to do here at Road America.
Whoa, a little bit of some loose rear end right there from Bo Cattell. Maybe pushing a bit too hard here on the white flag lap. He's only got one shot at this thing, one final lap. A lot of track remains between him and the checkered flag, though. Doesn't need to push quite so hard. I guess now he has no choice to push that hard, though, with him falling back that. Now he is inching back up. It's going to be fun to see if he is able to close out on 4th place or if he'll be back in 5th.
Our leader, Ethan Grigg Galt, through Canada Corner, now coming into the very end of the lap here. Just through a couple more little turns here. Ethan Grigg Galt heading to take victory here at Road America.
And congratulations is in order for Ethan Grigg Galt, the defending champion here in the series. Gets a big win tonight.
Yeah, congratulations to Ethan Grigg Galt taking round 4 here at Road America in the V8 Supercars Americas Series.
And good job from PJ Sturgios, who's going to make his way across the finish line to finish 2nd, followed by Marlon McMullen. And of course, that battle for 4th, it will end up like we thought. It's going to be Michael Cracknell in the 4th spot and Bo Cattell. He will finish out in the top 5 today with a 5th place finish. Both of those guys really probably earned a lot of already had respect, but earned a lot more today after that.
Yeah, some great battling there between those two. Whenever they got close, they went back and forth each time.
6th place finish will go to Matt Morris, with Martin Carroll finishing in 7th. 8th place will go to Tony Klusterman as he's crossing the start-finish line. Jason Quire 9th, right behind him. And, of course, 10th will be Jeff Gashi. And here comes Fawzan El Nabi as he comes across in the 11th spot. Not a bad debut race, or it is at least on the broadcast. Jeremiah Morton will finish 12th. Martin Weir will come across in the 13th position. And Ryan Shelton, who is a lap down, should finish 14th. Keith Wheeler is 4 laps down, finishing 15th. Corey Preston, 7 laps down, will get scored in 16th. And Zach Thomas had an early exit today, finishing 24 laps down in the final 17th spot. That is how they ran, bud.
Yeah, I do want to take just a second to apologize to everybody one last time for kind of a buggered up broadcast. Thanks to Ben Wilkinson for giving me that term. As he is commenting in this, he just said bugger in the comments, so put that word in my brain, so it popped out there. But yeah, buggered up broadcast here tonight as the overlays failed to work. JD's connection failed to work, but pretty good race. Congratulations to Ethan Greg Galt for having over 9-second victory over PJ Sturgis here at Road America, which that's a tremendous job in and of itself to finish a race 9 seconds ahead of PJ Sturgis. And then, of course, PJ ahead by over 6 seconds ahead of Marlon McMullen, or around 6 seconds, I think, last time I saw. So great job by PJ. And then some great battles we've seen between Mick Cracknell, Bo Cattell. Tony Klusterman had a great run. Tony, whenever I first joined, was on lap 3. Tony was in very last place and was a couple seconds off the second to last place car. And Tony managed to get clear up into 9th place, or I'm not sure where he finished here. Let me see if I can bring up the results. I know I won't bring them, they won't show up on screen, but Tony finished in 8th place, so that's one heck of a run.
Yeah, it really is, man. Tony has improved his skills in the car over the past couple seasons now. Really made a big jump last season, and it's really heading for another big turn for him this season. Just keeps climbing up through the rankings each season, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm proud of a lot of these drivers that we've been able to keep an eye on throughout several seasons. It's, you really get to kind of know the drivers and become kind of fans of them.
Very true. You do become very fan-like with these guys and getting to know them and watching them each and every Friday night, and it's really fun. So we have 2 drivers up there, and bring them in and have a word with them. I'm going to let Kane lead the broadcast tonight. The interviews tonight, because he knows what happened in the race a lot better than me, as I was trying to fix it through my connection all night. But we'll bring him in and have a word with him. So we'll start off with the race winner and bring in Mr. Ethan Greg Galt.
There he is. Welcome, Ethan, to the post-race show. What another fantastic race for you. Started out early, getting out in front, and just kind of left everybody in the dust, which seems to be pretty common. Once you get out in the front, you really don't have much trouble at all pulling away. Sometimes back in the pack, you're a good cautious driver, and you make sure you got a good clean way around and stuff, so you kind of stay back in the pack for a while. But once you get out in front, man, you just take off.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's definitely my strong suit is just running laps by myself, trying to keep the pace up as high as I can while keeping it smooth and just not making any mistakes. My big problem when I'm behind cars is I don't think I've had enough experience being behind them to be fast enough, if you know what I mean. Because yeah, I've just joined iRacing and I've just been shut up the front. Didn't really get to learn what I wanted to learn.
Well, as long as you qualify well and stay up to the front, yeah, you can get out in that clean air, and things have paid off quite well for you. Championships clicking off uh, time after time for you, so things are really looking good for Ethan Grigg Gold. And you mentioned that you got some real racing coming up. Uh, Mazda, is that right?
Yep. I built my own little 89 MX5, and I only recently took it out on to Phillip Island last month, which was my first time out on track, which is absolutely bloody awesome. And I broke a few things on it, got to get it fixed up, and I'll be straight back out there as soon as I can.
Awesome. You're going to have to get some GoPro footage or something for us, because that'll be a lot of fun to follow your real world racing as well.
Yeah, the GoPro is definitely on the shopping list, but first I got to get the car ready for the next event, which I'm hoping is Winton Motor Raceway in the next month or so.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, appreciate you coming and joining us this week here at Road America. Congratulations on a fantastic run. I apologize, I'm not near as good at this interview and stuff as JD. JD, do you got anything you want to add here? Yeah, JD took off for a minute. So, well, anything you want to add there, Ethan?
I'd just like to thank all the boys at SDC for being there and helping me every week with sets. As you kind of know, I can't build one for the life of me, so I wouldn't be here without them. Thanks for that.
Well, they definitely deserve a big thank you. Those guys do put in. Just a great group of guys. They always working together and working on setups for each other, and just everybody trying to help everybody out. It's a good, friendly setting over there. So definitely, they definitely deserve a big thanks and some acknowledgement.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's kind of a family team environment where we're on all the time, just talking about shit and just all that sort of stuff. It just doesn't extend to only racing, and that's it. Which is yeah, it's all good fun.
Yeah, that's what I've definitely got from SDC. Whenever I spent a lot of time hanging around with them, was mainly that it was just like a big family environment, and I'm sure most of the teams are that away. But yeah, it's great fun. Those guys definitely a good family over there. But appreciate you, Ethan, coming by, talking with us. Congratulations on another win, and hopefully we'll see you next week at Spa.
Oh, yep, yeah. I'm definitely back next week. I'm going to try and compete for this season as well. I've missed 2 rounds, so I obviously don't have any drop rounds left. But yeah, thanks to the awesome broadcast guys as always, and yeah, have a good one.
Thanks, Ethan.
Ethan, a
Go
good.
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say congratulations on the win, brother, and thanks for stopping by. And we look forward to talking to you next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that is Ethan Grigg. Guys, takes the victory tonight. Kane, beautiful job there, pal. And let's who you want to bring in next, my friend? Let's bring in Marlon McMullen. What do you say?
Man,
All right, we got him right there. Marlon McMullen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-race show. Kane right here with me. How you doing, Marlon?
Yeah, g'day guys. Not too bad. Pretty good race today. A little bit disappointed in myself. I didn't get the most out of the car, but you know, it's just I'm gonna get these hot conditions right. The cold conditions I felt really good, but today, not the best. So it was a really good battle with PJ and Ethan. So it was really good today.
Yeah, busy week for you, Marlon, as you've been spending a lot of time in the practice servers helping out. Oh, is her name Angela?
Chelsea Angela.
Chelsea, yeah, Chelsea. Helping out Chelsea, so doing a good deed there, helping out another driver. But you're also learning the telemetry software and stuff like that, so helping yourself out as well.
Yeah, this week I had the opportunity to run some laps for Chelsea. I mean, that's probably a few people know I'm pretty, I wouldn't say chummy, but I guess we know each other pretty well. I mean, I sat in that car, the V8 Supercar, a couple of months ago at where she worked, at McDonald's. So even race car drivers work at McDonald's, you can't escape that life. But anyway, I sat in the car and then, sort of a rapport and a relationship began there. And I saw her on iRacing and I'm like, good on her. It's good to see, one of the real drivers out there. And, she was going out there doing the best damn job she could do this week. And, she was a little bit off the pace, as most of the guys are when they first start iRacing. And, she's just continually chipped away. Thought I'd give her a little bit of a hand. And, yeah, we had some really good battles throughout the week, in a couple of private sessions at Phillip Island while she gets ready to do the development series this year. And, I felt like I learned a little bit with the Motec telemetry and a little bit different changes in my driving style as well, how I sort of power out of the corners. But yeah, yesterday I felt really, really good in the Americans race with Sam and in the cool conditions, but I just couldn't get it right today, so I've got a lot of work to do. I think it's the tyre pressures.
Yeah, definitely worth mentioning your race yesterday with Sam. Today's race was kind of just your ordinary, just normal race, but yesterday, definitely worth mentioning. You and Sam, bumper to bumper for at least 23 of the laps, just back and forth and back and forth. There's a lot like what we've seen here with Bocatel and Mick Cracknell tonight, but for the entire race almost.
Yeah, one thing about this track that it always seems to produce is some really, really awesome racing. Mostly because once you think you got the pass done, you don't actually have the pass done. It's not solidified at all. They just come back straight at you with the draft and whatever it is. And yesterday I found with Sam and all that, the traditional racing line was a little bit better because I felt a little bit compromised on the inside line. Because I was too generous, I'll be honest. I was not as aggressive as I should have been yesterday. But it's just all that sort of stuff you learn around you. And it was really good racing yesterday. I felt like I learned so much. But today, it was a great battle with PJ. It was really, really good. I just felt like I was pacing towards the end. And even on the last day, I was only dropping with one hand, so I just wanted it to end really.
Well, Marlon, appreciate you stopping by and having a chat with us. You looking forward to Spa next week?
Oh, is it Spa next week? Yeah, no, I love that track. I love the old school F1 tracks. I think I've still having the world record around there, so hopefully I can do a bit of a better job. It feels great to have a new set of pedals finally and actually be able to push the car rather than having it throw you off the track everywhere. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a learning patch the first couple of weeks, but it's good to finally get a couple of good solid hit outs. So yeah, I'm looking really forward to Spa. It's a great track and it always produces great racing. So bring it on.
Yeah, a couple of bad luck weeks to start out as some bad luck ended your races pretty early in the first couple races of the weeks, or maybe not ended them, but ended your chance for victory at least early on. And so just the last 2 weeks, I'd say, you've been able to have a pretty good race here. So the points pretty shaken up here in round 4 of the series. So it's going to be an interesting season, this one.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I don't really think about the points too early on in the season at all. You sort of just let it play out 4 or 5 weeks and then just sort of see where you are, get yourself up into that play. But, after the first couple of weeks, it's really up in the air at the moment. I don't even know what's going on at all. And, some of the guys say they're not going to race the whole season. I said last season I wasn't going to race this season at all. But, thanks to Jason Dixon, his kindness in giving me a new set of pedals, it sort of allowed me to do this season. But, I knew I wasn't going to be pretty fast this season as I've got to learn the car again. But I'm looking really forward to it and bring on the rest of the year. Last year was a great year and I can't wait to have some really good battles with Ethan, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see a lot of great battles this season as well. I expect that not only you but other drivers as well will start to maybe gain on Ethan, and we'll see a lot of close battles there. But if today's race is any kind of indicator, it's definitely going to be a tough job. So you guys got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, I love the challenge. Bring it on, and especially after the first couple of weeks. I mean, I don't even know what's going on with the points at the moment. I'm not even really honestly thinking about the championship at all this season. I mean, honestly, as I've always said, it'd be great to get a 5th title, but yeah, it will happen one day when it happens, hopefully. So just go out there and enjoy as much laps as you can today. I didn't really have the best mindset at all because of the conditions, but you got to live with them. You got to deal with the cards you're dealt. So it's given me something to work on, and hopefully next time these warm conditions come back to haunt me, I can be a little bit better.
Well, thanks a lot for joining us, Marlon, and we'll see you next week at Spa.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time, guys. Great to see you back again. Great to hear your voices too.
You too, buddy. It's always a pleasure.
Welcome to the show, Mick Cracknell. Crackers, what a fantastic race tonight between you and Bocatel. That was definitely on the edge of your seat. Excitement.
Hey guys, Happy New Year. Yeah, that was a full-on battle I had with Bo. Yeah, but it was really good. Raced each other pretty clean and respectfully, and that was a lot of fun. I was wondering if I was going to be able to hold that position, but yeah, I managed to in the end. It was really good fun.
Sorry, I couldn't get my mic unmuted there. Well, Mick,
That's all
next
good.
week is Spa. How do you feel about Spa?
Yeah, I like Spa. I don't mind it. It's another flowing track. I do better at sort of flowing tracks that aren't sort of so stop-start. So, yeah, it should be good. Although I probably can't make the Saturday race, unfortunately, but should be good still.
Yeah, that's 2 tracks very similar in a row. It's going to make for a good couple of weeks here, as a lot of drivers tend to like Spa, and we might actually see some other drivers that we haven't seen for a while. Like I know Sean Kelly raced earlier on in this season, I think race 1 or 2, but we didn't broadcast it. But I think Sean may come back for Spa, as he's always mentions how he likes that one. So there's probably some other drivers as well, so might be a good treat next week to get to see some drivers we haven't seen for a while. But I'm definitely looking forward to Spa.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to it too. I might be able to do the Saturday race, but a bit unsure at the moment. But I'm sure you'll have a pretty good feel for it.
JD, you got anything?
No, man, just happy as can be to see everybody, and I want to apologize to everyone here about my technical issues tonight. That was really, really embarrassing and very unfortunate. I am very upset that things didn't work out. I guess the only good news is that I did end up figuring out what was wrong, even though I never thought that an iRacing update would do that. So. But happy that we're back in the swing of things, guys, and I'm really looking forward to the upcoming weeks ahead. We got a big season ahead, and it's so good to hear everybody's voice again. It's a brand new year, and I'm looking forward to what's going to happen here in the V8 Supercar America Series, guys.
Awesome. Let's have a word with Tony Klusterman. Tony had a heck of a race today, as I've mentioned several times. So welcome to the show, Tony, and great race.
Hey, boys. Happy New Year.
That's it. Happy New Year to Tony Klusterman. How are you, buddy?
Very well, guys. Glad to see you guys back and back in the saddle there.
Halfway on the saddle.
I'll watch the replay tomorrow. We'll see.
Oh man, it's if it weren't for Kane, there wouldn't be a broadcast. I was having some severe issues getting iRacing to even play. I couldn't watch the race hardly at all till about 2 laps left. So it was all Mr. Kane Craft. So I'm going to let him actually conduct this awesome interview.
Well, Tony, when we joined the race, we joined on about lap 3. You were back in last place. You managed to work all the way up to an 8th place finish. Tell us about it.
Yeah, unfortunate little incident there on lap one, turn two. Zach Thomas, he squeezed me a bit, not on purpose, but he and I both did a little bit off-roading, and with the pack the way it is, it's very easy to end up in last place from that. So it was a bit of a battle, and everybody was very respectful in driving, and you know, uh, it was a good result after a very, very poor start.
Yeah, that it was. It was a lot of fun watching him come back through the field and end up finishing in 8th after what you said was a pretty rough start. So congratulations on that. Good to be back broadcasting, like JD said, hearing your guys' voice. Good to see you guys again and be broadcasting for you guys again. You got anything else to add, JD? Any questions for Tony?
No, Tony, I just, like I said earlier, I know you didn't get a chance to hear, but I was really complimenting you over your progression as a driver over the past couple seasons. But really, last season, you stepped up a good bit and have become a permanent fixture here in the top split. But not only that, you're finding your way up into these top tens and really putting up some good numbers. I heard of a really good result last night. And then here you come back in today with some of the best competition in the series and put up a decent result again. So looking forward to what this 2016 year has in store, not only just this season, but over the course of this year. It's been fun watching you just continue to climb up the ladder, and I'm excited to see what's in store over the next few weeks, especially at our spa next week.
I appreciate your kind comments, JD. I've always said that the measure is the top split Americas for me, and I'm still just a little shy of that fifth top five. So that's the goal for this season. Get a couple of those, and then we'll see what happens for the balance of the year. But the speed is generally it's coming. So I'm pretty pleased with the progress in the last 6 months.
And as you should, fantastic improvements, buddy. And like I said, Spa next week, our Belgian track, man. I love that place. I hope you guys like it as much as I like watching y'all there.
Well, we'll see as soon as I do my first practice there. I don't think I've done too many laps in the V8 and Spa, so we'll see if we can't get a handle on it rather quickly.
Sounds good, buddy. As always, it's a pleasure talking to you.
Take care, guys. Thanks.
Thank you, Tony. Well, JD, I guess that's about going to wrap us up here for our first broadcast of the season. It has not been a good one. Technical difficulties from the onstart, but we did get something going. We did get pictures out to everybody, so I'm at least happy about that. It's not been one of our most prettiest broadcasts, but everyone can at least enjoy watching the racing throughout the week until we get to Spa, and hopefully we get things fixed up a little better for next week.
Yeah, absolutely. I was fixing to say, normally, or typically rather, when we do get a broadcast like this going, and it's always the first one of a season, because with the iRacing update, let's be honest, they change a lot of things with code, and that is a big reason why our overlays don't work and things like that. So that is not your fault at all. However, me being a complete moron and not restarting my computer after the updates was just a total ball drop on my part. I've just never had it do that. Normally I've been able to do the update and then just reopen my web browser. I'm good to go. So must have been some big stuff in the update that I didn't really realize it would do that. But it was scary. I tell you what, I was about to throw the computer out the window and was going to start fresh. But we're going to do that anyways, buddy. I just know that when we usually start with a season one
Yeah, how many times have we started the season with a horrible broadcast like that where something just didn't work right? It seems like every time we have a broadcast like that, it is our very first broadcast of the season. And with the update just coming down the pike today, or maybe it was yesterday. I just turned on the PC today to find it. So, yeah, it definitely threw some kinks in the works, but as always, we got through it.
Oh, we bounced back that second week. That was the point of what I was going to say, was that no matter what that first week is like, we always bounce back to our normal selves on week 2. So, look, guys, look forward to Spa next week. It's going to be, well, week 2 for us. It's going to be a really good race. I have a feeling the guys are going to put down a really good performance. It's a wonderful track, tons of history at Spa. We don't go there enough in this series, so it's kind of a treat. And I'm looking forward to it, guys. It'll be the same time, same place next week, and we'll be here with bells on. And as that's all from me, my friend, what do you have left?
That's it. I think we're ready to call it a day and start working on this stuff to get it better for next week. And I think we'll see everybody next week at Spa.
Sounds good. From our good friend Kane Craft, I'm JD Smith. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you next week at Spa.
See you next week, guys. I'm going to leave you guys with a video that Marlon made of the race for the lead yesterday and the Thursday night race. It's a video of that close race we seen with Sam Sutton taking the victory yesterday. So I'll leave you guys with that, and we'll see you guys next week.
Muggleton just has to cross over this crest. He will cross the line and will win the championship.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys. That last little bit there was a video of last night's V8 Supercars America's race, the Thursday night race here in America. Friday morning race if you're in Australia. That was the race for the lead between Sam Sutton and Marlon McMullen. These guys, fantastic job between those guys. Appreciate you guys joining us tonight. Congratulations to Ethan Grigg Galt on his win tonight and the V8 Supercars America's Friday night race, or Saturday morning race for the Australians. PJ Sturgis was second and Marlon McMullen was third. We will see you guys next week as we head to Spa-Francorchamps. So we will see you guys next week at Spa. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Muggleton just has to cross over this crest. He will cross the line and will win the championship.